After knowing that Ciri was not in Velen, Geralt, based on evidence, decides to head to Novigrad. But there is one last unfinished business in Velen: Kira Metz. So Geralt goes to her house and sees her talking to a ghost using the lamp they retrieved from mysterious elf's hideout. Kira explains what she wanted from Geralt. Fyke Isle, which is a small island in Velen, is cursed, and none who go there return. Apparently, curse is linked to a tower where Serad, former Lord of Velen, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Kira claims she can't go herself because of her sensitivity to magic. As island is pulsating with a strong magical aura, it can have mortal effects on her. Thus, she needs Geralt to lift the curse. As for her intentions, she simply says it's because folk ask her to lift the curse, because of dangers in the island, except she has alternative motives. But more on that later. Geralt sails to the island and reaches the tower, filled with mystery and peril. It is as eerie as it can get, a tower full of ghosts and rats. Geralt uses the lamp to communicate with ghosts. Well, they don't talk to him, but he sees their last moments. In the basement, he finds cages that were full of rats. Evidently, the mage used to experiment on them. The tower actually belonged to the mage, not to the lord. Geralt works his way to the top and, through a secret door, climbs to the last floor, which was Mage's laboratory. There, in the big glass tanks, he sees humans. Seemingly, Mage Alexander had no problem using humans as lab rats. Geralt hears weeping. He uses the lamp and sees the ghost of Annabel, daughter of the Lord, crying. She notices him. In fact, she is the only ghost there who can talk to Geralt. She reveals what happened there. During the war with Nilfgaard, famine took the lands. People, hungry and in misery, thought Serad, the former lord, locked himself in the tower with plenty of food and riches, laughing at their misery. Yet, according to Annabel, they had little food themselves. Vengeful and starving peasants attacked the tower and started slaughtering everyone, including the lord. Mage Alexander gave Annabel a potion and told her she was to drink it if she was discovered. She hides herself in a room and closes the door until Graham, her lover, calls her. She opens the door, but others lunge in. They grab her and try to rape her. She frees herself momentarily and drinks the potion and drops dead. People think she drank poison and killed herself, as she was cold as an ice. But she wasn't dead. It was no poison, but a sleeping potion to deceive peasants in thinking. She wakes up only to experience more horrible death. She wakes up, but paralyzed. Effects of potion are not completely worn out, so she can't move, but she can feel. Feel the rats ripping her skin open and eating her alive. Geralt concludes that a curse born of hatred grips the place, and it centers around Annabel, and only love's power can lift it. So he asks Annabel to forgive Graham to lift the curse, at which point she asks him to take her bones to Graham. But Geralt disagrees, stating that it's too dangerous to take anything out of a cursed place. Annabel then asks him to bring Graham to the tower, to which Geralt says no again. This angers Annabel. She shifts to her real form, Pesta. Pesta, or Plague Maiden, is a wraith resembling an ill woman with decaying flesh, who brings about death and disease. Geralt fights her off, but can't kill her. He has no choice but to bring Graham there.
Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle. As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me. Stupid
Kira knows Graham and gives Geralt his address. Apparently, he locked himself in his house since they returned from Fyke Isle after the horrors that happened there. He lets Geralt in. They converse and Graham tells his side of the story. He used to bring fish for the Lord, so he was known there. Peasants approached him because of that. Since Lord's servants knew him, they'd open the door for him, at which point peasants could get in and steal the food. It wasn't supposed to end in bloodshed, and Graham saw his chance in it to take her lover, Annabelle. Geralt explains everything that happened on the tower between him and Annabelle, and tells him how the curse can be lifted and Annabelle's ghost can be freed. Graham, informed of dangers out of his love for Annabelle, agrees to go to the tower so Annabelle's ghost can finally know peace. They go to Fyke Isle together. In the tower, Annabelle appears in Pesta form again. She tells Graham to prove his love, he should kiss her. As disgusting as Pestas look, Graham, out of sheer love, agrees. A split second before their lips met, Annabelle gains her real form again. She's no longer a Pesta, but the kiss kills Graham. Nonetheless, Annabelle hugs him as they depart this world together and get reunited in death.
You know that well, believe me, I beg you.
Prove it. Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
At last.
Geralt goes to Kira's and informs her that curse is lifted. Kira, as an appreciation, takes him to a romantic dinner. When they are lying on the ground, Kira whispers a sleeping spell in Geralt's ear. Geralt wakes in time to confront her. Kira had gone to the tower laboratory to fetch Mage Alexander's notes. Those notes were what she wanted from the start, but she couldn't get them because of the curse, so she used Geralt to lift the curse. Mage Alexander was working on a cure for plague, so Kira, tired of running and hiding from witch hunters, decides to get the notes and find a way to cure plague. She intended to take the remedy to Radovid, king of Redania. As it so happens, King Radovid is the head of witch hunters. There is no one in the world who hates mages more than him. Also, he is the only king remaining in northern kingdoms after Emir's attack. Kira naively believes she might get pardoned by making medicine for Catriona plague. Geralt points out how gullible she is, that she would end up on a stake, as Radovid is not interested in plague but killing sorceresses. He tells Kira to go to Kaer Morhen, Witcher's Keep, as she would be safe there. Kira agrees, but before her departure to Kaer Morhen, Geralt takes the notes from her and heads to Novigrad himself.
Piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
So, see you at Kaer Morhen? Beds free of bedbugs, mostly.
I long to be there already.